What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. The weekend is here, everybody. Hopefully you had a awesome week. Maybe you had some ups, maybe you had some downs, but now that the weekend is here, hopefully you can sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Francesca, Noah, how are we doing?
I'm good. I feel great. I'm excited for the weekend. I really wish it was not so hot in this studio. It's bringing my energy down.
It is a little hot. Noah, how about you?
I'm doing well. I'm also hot.
Yeah.
In the studio, but, powering through.
Yeah, of course.
I hate being sweaty.
You always do that. You always power up against adversity.
Being so hot, being like temperature hot just makes me so tired.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I smoked for the first time last night in a long time, and I'm so sick. And it was awesome. Like, I just have to say that, like, stopping smoking. And then, what are you laughing about? Now that I'm just proud of myself that I
want to hear what you're saying.
No, but when you laugh,
laughing.
It's like I'm trying to make a statement about how I'm like proud of myself for like something that actually for years of my life, like I did multiple times a day,
yes,
and couldn't like basically function without. And I've gone so long now without, and last night I had a good time. And that's that.
But what is that? How has that made you feel now going back to it? Like, do you want to go back to it, or is it just going to be
It was just a fun, enjoyable thing.
Every once in a while?
Yeah, it was just something I partook in that was fun, and I had a good time.
Group activity?
Nope.
There
were people there.
Oh.
But I'm the only one who smoked. Yeah.
I ate like a ton of edibles last night and got as high as I've gotten in a long time and ate like every single thing in my entire apartment. And
oh boy.
got into the space where you're like thinking about your life and
that's not the fun
I was like,
one.
I should have taken one less than I did.
Definitely don't want to do that.
Mine was more of a fun experience. I'm just saying
what made you decide you wanted to smoke?
Because I want to stop eating fast food for the next like 4 weeks, just because I feel like sometimes I eat too much of it. And so I was like, I really want to like smoke, like do the classic like smoke and get fast food.
And before
really
you
like
start.
Yeah, like
that makes more sense.
That's the classic thing, like that.
To add the context of why you were like you wanted to have that last big blowout.
Yeah, like I was like, I really just want to like do the classic, like get really hungry and then get McDonald's.
But like real addicts like do that where they're gonna get clean, but they like do one last.
Yeah.
And then
one last hurrah.
Well, yeah, but I just don't really smoke at all anymore, and I think it's a great accomplishment because I know people will get like whatever, but I'm proud of myself, and I think it whatever.
No, I see that on TikTok a lot. Like it comes up, people being like day 15 without smoking, and they like are noting what's changed in their life. And I think like a lot of people say when you first stop, it's hard to sleep and eat. It's like the main thing.
I didn't have that problem. I know a lot of people have that problem, but I didn't have that problem, weirdly enough. I was
Sleeping
still able
is like
to,
my main thing. Like,
I was still able to sleep.
I feel like you transitioned out of it
very easily.
Seamlessly.
Like, it was like very easy because I think
you just stopped.
I was smoking so much I didn't feel high anymore. So like then I was like, okay, I feel the same, whatever. But I had a grand old time. I was like laughing for like an hour straight, like cackling, like belly laugh. Like I was coming up. It was like the classic. You smoke in high school, get really high, you're laughing at everything, coming up with like really crazy ideas, and then you eat a bunch of fast food and then you go to sleep.
What was your fast food order?
I got chicken nuggets, I got cheeseburger,
McDonald's.
I got fries, I got an apple pie, and I got a big flurry.
It's a good send off.
Yeah, and
I might get that tonight.
I was thinking back like to last night of like the things I was saying, and I was like, oh, like they sounded like really what's the word I'm looking for? Poetic or whatever the word is.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking back this morning, I was like, I don't know if that still plays. I'm going to test one out right here. Okay?
Okay.
Bacon.
Oh boy.
Is becoming like lettuce. And by that I mean, lettuce, you add to sandwiches.
Yeah.
You add to burgers. Kind of meaningless, but it adds a little crunch. It breaks it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Bacon used to be a delicacy. Bacon is no longer a delicacy. You can put bacon on literally anything. Like, remember when you were younger and your parents were like, we're making bacon? Or like you were going to the diner, you would order bacon. Like it was harder to come by bacon. It was more special. Now,
I don't know if I agree with you on that.
Bacon can be added to anything, and it's almost like you don't even taste it anymore.
I don't know if I'm hopping on board.
Like, give me some examples.
Yeah, like
What can it be added to?
Like a burger.
But like, there's been bacon burgers forever.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just
bacon,
saying,
egg, and cheese.
But I'm just saying, like
on a burger,
you have bacon so
as a
much
side.
now that it's kind of like not as whoa.
But like, but is that new? Like, I feel like
guys,
bacon's
I don't know. I was high. I told you I didn't know if it's still if it still hit today.
Maybe bacon, like as a kid, was really special for you.
It used to be a delicacy.
Like,
bacon is no longer a delicacy.
Are there more pigs?
You can have bacon whenever you want now.
Yeah,
myself.
bacon. I feel like bacon was just a bigger event.
I feel like it's because of delivery apps, probably. Like, you can just add.
You can add bacon to anything. You can have
it's just
bacon.
like an option to add, and it's like, why not?
Bacon is at the palm of your hands these days.
You can put bacon on.
But as a kid, it was like, oh, bacon. You know, like the smell of bacon being cooked.
Yeah.
Like, really brings you back. But now it's like, oh, it's just bacon. And now there's so much bacon out there that you could have, like, just plain old bacon, nothing special.
Turkey
bad bacon. No, like,
do you like BLTs?
Bacon is just, yes, but like bacon just doesn't hit. It doesn't taste as good as it once did when it was special.
Okay.
Kevin Bacon.
So like, therefore, like lettuce being thrown on, you could throw lettuce onto anything, like burgers, sandwiches, adds a little crunch. I feel like bacon is becoming that sort of
lettuce
crunch
is also
thing.
It's like, as a salad, you need lettuce, you know? Like, you need lettuce for that. And
anyways, I don't know. That's just what I went on a
checks out as a high thought.
Long tangent about it. It was very long and in depth.
Did
Dana and Marty were both like,
were they agreeing with
no, they were like, Marty started saying, then we got into
I don't think bacon has always been around.
Then me and Marty put up opposing arguments to Dana, and nobody was on my side. Like, it was like very clear that like no one was on my side. Marty said that bacon is like avocado.
No, because that would avocado is more
like
avocado
like people like because people like put avocado on things
the scene.
And it's like trendy,
like,
and so like
everything
that's
you're
like
saying about bacon makes more sense with avocado.
Okay, yeah. So you would agree with his argument?
Yeah. Like avocado's like the past few years it's blown up and you just throw it on anything.
Yeah.
But you're saying I disagree with the idea that it's a new thing now that bacon's just like thrown on everything. I think bacon has always been on everything.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like, but it would be more true if you're saying that about avocado.
Which I do agree with more, basically. Because we talked about this for way too long
last
night.
What could you put more on?
No, I'm just saying, whose side are you on, me or Marty's? Like, his was bacon is like avocado, mine was bacon is like lettuce.
Oh wait, he's saying bacon is like avocado?
Yes.
Then no.
No, like saying like avocado you
both.
could like throw on, like people throw avocado onto anything these days and it's trendy.
Oh,
so
that's
it's like
not
bacon.
what I thought. I thought you were saying like if it's what's newer and you can throw on more stuff, I would say avocado.
No. I was saying bacon is like lettuce and he was saying bacon is like avocado.
I mean, I guess I would fall under more of the bacon is like lettuce argument in that
thank you.
Bacon can be thrown on it. Like, if you're just arguing that bacon can be thrown on anything, like lettuce can be thrown on anything,
yes,
then yeah, bacon can be thrown on anything.
Yeah,
you lose me at like it's less special.
Bacon has become less special than it once was.
That's where you lose me. But bacon being able to be thrown on anything, that I agree with in the sense that it's always been like that. Like lettuce has always been something you can put on anything.
You could throw chicken on anything.
No, but okay.
You could.
Bacon is just whatever. My point is bacon used to be more special.
Yes.
Let's end it there. Sentence over. Bacon used to be more special,
which
your opinion,
I don't agree.
Which is wrong.
No, this is
wrong. You
I
disagree.
Yes,
this is wrong.
I hate when people do that. I hate when you're in a conversation and people have different viewpoints and someone is
sometimes you are
and you're just wrong.
If it's a fact.
If it's a fact, then yes, you can be wrong.
This is opinion based.
This is completely opinion based.
Yeah.
So I'm not wrong.
You could have an opinion that's like you're not wrong that you can put bacon on anything. No, you're not wrong.
This is the thing, though. Like Rhea
have
could
a different definition of wrong.
Rhea could have just said, "Well, bacon was never put on a sandwich until the year 1917," and we'd be like, "That I'm just making this up. We could be like, oh, we can fact check that.
Yeah, like you're wrong.
And then you can be like, okay, that's wrong.
But for me to say that bacon is less special than it once was,
that's her opinion.
For you, yeah.
That's her
So
opinion.
Oh, yeah.
wrong.
So, like, it could be less special to you, but still just as special to me. Like, every time I get bacon, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So
Which
you
is
just
why
say,
you just say, I disagree with your opinion.
Disagree. I think it's still special.
We disagree with her opinion.
Yeah.
Second idea.
Okay.
Last one. What do you guys? So, do you guys dip your fries into McFlurry or Frosty when you get it?
No.
Okay, sometimes, yes. Less McFlurry, more Frosty.
What do you guys think if they made like a Frosty or a McFlurry with like bacon bits crumpled on top or like fries crumpled on top? Like a little salty sweet combo.
Neither.
Good idea.
I'm in for that.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely down for
Terrible.
that. I like that idea.
Same.
I don't
Because
even...
they're, I mean, think about like a maple bacon donut. Delicious.
So good.
So it's like if
peanut
you keep
butter,
kind of like the desserty.
peanut butter on a burger or a hot dog. Delicious.
I wouldn't know, but it doesn't sound delicious.
It's
But
really good.
I don't even like to drink or have my McFlurry while I need to finish the salty stuff and then move on. I don't like.
You
I need to
don't
be drinking a
mix.
soda during it.
Judging you.
I don't like. It's kind of gross. Like I don't want a soggy fry that's been in ice cream.
It doesn't get soggy
No, it doesn't
immediately.
get soggy. You
It
put it
tastes good.
directly into your mouth.
I know.
It's like a spoon.
But like, why would you?
And when the French
'cause it
fry
tastes
is
so
when the French
good
fry
together.
is hot.
Oh, it's such a good
So good.
they
combination.
don't complement each other in my. And
This they do.
Have you ever done it?
what I think I have. Yeah.
It sounds like
So
you haven't.
this was the same argument.
That's what I'm gonna say. Noah's never done it, and he's just assuming it's bad because he's never done it.
People were arguing in like really aggressively in my DMs the other day because I put up a picture of an everything bagel toasted with cream cheese and jelly. And people were like, this makes no fucking sense. Like, blah, blah. And I'm like, what doesn't make sense about it? Sweet and salty together. Great combination.
I wouldn't put jelly on a bagel, but that's just me.
Jelly on a bagel's delicious.
So good.
Yeah.
But
So,
okay. Yeah.
all right.
Something
Anyways.
you also probably have never tried.
Jelly on a bagel. Yeah, I don't think I have because it's like in what like.
The classic, don't knock it till you try it.
I mean, I just. Okay, but like you would rather when you go to order. How often do you have jelly on a bagel? You go to
Every
a
once
bagel
in a
place
while,
and
yeah.
you just get cream cheese or
Joe
chive cheese.
always gets jelly with his bagel. Always.
Crazy.
Like Joe always gets a side of jelly when he orders a bagel. So like some pieces he can have it and some he doesn't, if depending on how much.
I mean,
wants.
anyone can do whatever their heart desires.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful message. Okay, let's get into.
Yeah. Oh, I have one TV comment to make, and it is maybe two. I got mixed reviews on the Love Island when we should discuss Love Island. So I'm not going to be in the studio next week, so we're recording remote, but we want to have that conversation while we're in studio. So it was either we're going to do it today or we're going to do it next week. So we'll do it next week, following week, like the week of the 15th. And I think by then Hulu, it'll be the finale will have aired, and then every week everyone can listen to it together. If it's a little behind, yes, but it'll also be after the reunion. So if things have changed, like reunion wise, we'll be able to put all that stuff together. Two, I saw a lot of people DMing us because we didn't talk about it because you guys both were big fans of season 1. The Wilds was canceled.
Oh.
On Amazon Prime. Another one bites the dust.
Doesn't hurt me that much because I think I tried to watch season 2 and I don't even remember. I don't think I ever finished it.
So I watched both seasons. Did you ever watch season 2?
No.
So a lot of people I saw on Twitter, it was making me laugh. They were like, look what happens when they add boys and the fucking show stinks. Like they should have just kept it as the girls. But the premise of the show definitely changed when they added the boys into the mix. I definitely liked the first season a lot more. I enjoyed the second season. Like it was still entertaining and I wanted to know what happened. But it is just another one of those scenarios where you have a teen drama show that, because those are always so cliffhanger based, they end a season and you're like, oh my God, like what the fuck just happened? And you can't wait for the next season. The world will never know what happened to these kids.
Yeah, but it's almost like you can write your own destiny for them.
I don't even know if you can. That show was so bizarre and the idea of what was happening.
Really bizarre.
And let me tell you, the way season 2 ended, it was just like, what now? Like I don't want to give anything.
Well, now
I don't
want to
give anything
watch
away.
season 2 because I feel like there's no.
Well, because now you know it's canceled.
Yeah. So what's the point?
I know. So just live in the mystery of like the girls.
I was fine with season 1 just ending and being a standalone season.
Really? But you weren't like, what's gonna happen to the girls?
It was so weird.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it, but I also was like,
I get it.
I'm not too
mixed up
attached
with Yellow Jackets.
I was like, I'm not too attached to these people.
You never finished Yellow Jackets either.
No, I didn't. I watched. This reminds me. I watched The White Lotus yesterday. 6 episodes, 6 hours straight. I did not take a single break. I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Do I understand where Sydney Sweeney's Emmy nomination came in? No. And that's not like me.
I have not watched it, so I'd have no comment. But I feel like almost everyone from the cast got nominated.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, yeah, it wasn't like she. Yeah,
it wasn't like a groundbreaking
her character
performance.
was just limited, like in her.
It wasn't a groundbreaking performance. Now I'm happy for her, but I like.
She basically played like a
spoiled
kid who didn't want to talk to anyone, so she didn't really have to do much.
Euphoria was
bigger. What I mean,
I just mean like you were advocating for her.
It totally makes sense why she was nominated for Euphoria. Yeah. I don't want that to sound mean or like I don't think she's deserving because I think she's a great actress, but I was watching and I was like, is there going to be some like crazy scene with her? And I was like, okay, pretty like standard role here. Although I very, very, very much enjoyed the show. I was very late to it and I wanted to just watch a show yesterday because we didn't really have to do much for work. And I was like, I just haven't sat down and watched a scripted show in a while.
The Bear ever or no?
No, I haven't like really just focused, put my phone down and watch a scripted show.
Yeah.
And I within the 10 minutes, I was locked into the show because it's one of those shows though that like I think you have to watch in one sitting. Like, I don't know if I would have been week to week happy with what was going on.
I watched
but
week
like
to week.
Watching it in one sitting, I think was perfect. I think that each episode, it's like a lot happens, but really nothing happens. And like there's a lot going on while nothing's going on. It's so hard to explain, but it really keeps you captivated. And great cast, I will say.
I forget who's in the cast for the next season because it's like
Aubrey Plaza's in the next one, which I'm really excited about. So I think season 2 has nothing to do with season 1.
Yeah, it's just like a new.
It's just which I would love to know what happened with some of these characters, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But highly recommend, friend, because I think you would very much enjoy it. I think you would fly through it.
Yeah. I feel like we talked about it. That's why I was surprised.
No, never watch it. But I never even knew what it was about.
And then when I was know what it's about.
What I could just tell you, I read the info on the HBO Max and I was like, why haven't I watched this? And I clicked play immediately. It's just about a bunch of people on vacation in Hawaii, separate people, separate families. So there's a couple on vacation, there's a family on vacation, and then there's a single older woman on vacation. None of them,
they all kind of like intertwine.
They intertwine because they're in the same resort, but none of them know each other.
Okay.
And so it follows each of their storyline like on vacation.
Alexandra
in Hawaii.
Husband in it. I like his character.
It's one of those things. He's the most hateable character that you almost love it. You're like, I love how hateable this guy is. He's so hateable. But you can't get enough of him. Like when he's on the screen, you're like, yes, I hate you so much.
Speaking of that,
it's very interesting.
Does it have like 9 Perfect Strangers vibes?
That's enough. Yeah.
Of like everyone's kind of an individual, but then their stories
all their stories are individual, but they kind of interact with each other a little bit.
Okay.
You saw the HBO Max news.
HBO Max is on fire right now.
Yeah, it's just like it's gonna be like
HBO Max is just gonna end.
Why?
But this is the thing.
Why we went from HBO Go to HBO Max. Now what are we gonna have?
I know, but it'll
Nothing?
just be. We'll just also be able to stream. Like they just won't be making I think it's gonna end up being like they won't be making HBO Max exclusive content. All the shows that we watch on HBO like are on HBO. You know what I'm saying? Like you can.
Is there any exclusive?
You can turn on your
was
TV.
The Sex Lives of College Girls, was that like an HBO Max original? Or like shows like
I don't
that.
know.
I
Oh,
feel
like
it was.
Gossip Girl was an HBO Max original. The
Yeah,
new
I think
one.
so.
Pretty
Like,
Little Liars.
I saw that they said
Yeah.
they're firing 70% of the development.
Yeah.
What happened? I thought that things were going great over there.
Well, they're merging with Discovery.
As a viewer.
And they're taking all of
And
the movies off of HBO Max.
HBO Max quietly removed 6 Warner Brothers streaming exclusive movies. They're like taking things down.
So dumb.
This is HBO Max is under new management, and fans are worried about the fate of shows like Hacks, Peacemaker, and Southside. That's an article on CNBC.
Well, why don't we just get into our topic then?
What do you guys think about the aesthetic?
I know.
I love how HBO Max looks.
This is kind of the topic that we have planned. So why don't we just
let's just get into it. We're going to be talking about Batgirl being axed, and Lady Gaga was cast in Joker 2, and we also have a great interview / conversation with Ashley and Rayna from Girls Gotta Eat. They were so much fun. Definitely a different kind of conversation than we usually have. Very sexual fun. So let's get into it. Starting off with Batgirl. Pink Whitney is the perfect summertime drink. It's pink lemonade and vodka mixed into one. It doesn't get better than that. Everyone loves a fresh lemonade on a hot summer's day like today is really hot, and we would love some Pink Whitney right now. We drank Pink Whitney before our shows on the West Coast tour. We drank it this summer. It really gets the party going. It definitely got it going for us while we were on tour. Got the audience going. It was so much fun. So you could pick up a bottle of Pink Whitney at your local liquor store, or you can order it at the bar yourself. A bar I was at recently, actually, their specialty drink was with Pink Whitney. So you can make really great drinks with Pink Whitney, add a little whatever you want to it. And it's really, really tasty and refreshing for the summer. So order Pink Whitney at your local bar today.
same conversation we were having. HBO Max.
So let's just jump. We were just talking about HBO Max. Might as well just continue the conversation. Batgirl has been completely axed. It's not coming out. It's almost finished the movie, and I think it cost like $90 million to make, and they are just not releasing it. And apparently HBO Max, like we just said, is in shambles. I didn't really know that things were that bad for HBO Max. I thought that HBO Max, as a viewer, seemed like it was doing pretty okay, because I'm on HBO Max every day.
Yeah, there's so many streaming platforms at this point that it's like you just kind of assume.
But that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, But is it one of your favorites because it just so happens that like the HBO shows you watch were on there?
Yeah, like I loved
HBO Max exclusive content.
I liked HBO Go, and then it turned into HBO Max.
Correct. So
any HBO streaming service you give me, I'm gonna like, because I love HBO shows.
So that'll always be fine. Like you'll be able to watch those shows because they're merging with Discovery. They might be on fucking Discovery Plus.
What? This just seems like nonsense to me. Like, to waste $90 million making a movie, all the hard work that a cast and crew puts into it, to just find out that the movie's not going to come out. Like, I would lose my mind if I was the woman playing Batgirl. Like, I'd be like, you're telling me I told everyone I was Batgirl, and I'm no longer going to be Batgirl? It just seems like a waste of money. Like, imagine what people could do at $90 million, and that's all gone to waste for a movie that you won't put out. Why not just put it out and try to make some of that movie money back? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. All because they said that it wasn't in the direction that they thought it was, or they didn't like the outcome of the movie. Like, there are horrible movies that hit the scene, but they're still released.
Also, like, Brendan Fraser really can't catch a break, huh? He was in that movie.
Yeah.
It was Leslie Grace was the star. She's Batgirl. She put out a statement too on her Instagram about all of this. Michael Keaton was coming back as Batman.
Damn.
J.K. Simmons is in it. Brendan Fraser.
Wow, that's a real movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Leslie Grace wrote, she's like, I am proud of the love, hard work, and intention all of our incredible cast and tireless crew put into this film over 7 months in Scotland of filming this movie. A spokesperson for Warner Brothers Pictures said the decision to not release Batgirl reflects our leadership's strategic shift as it relates to the DC universe and HBO Max. So clearly, like, this is just coming from issues at the top.
Do the actors still get paid? Like, everyone who worked on the movie got paid?
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Because the movie, like, is completed. It's just that, so, you know, Warner Media merged with Discovery earlier this year, and now they're trying to think that they think that like Discovery Plus and HBO Max will be turned into a single streaming platform. I mean, I don't know what like Discovery Plus. I don't know what people are watching on Discovery Plus.
Sounds like.
I do think the Colpo's reality show is supposed to be on Discovery Plus. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just
that
like
sounded way meaner than it was supposed to be. But like,
it's just more just like streaming service. Like, I've never watched a single show on Discovery Plus.
Exactly. So what are we doing here?
Yes, I mean, this is clearly coming from executives that are trying to they must be bleeding money at if they're making changes like this.
But
the shakeup will likely result in a massive downsizing of HBO Max, according to a report from The Wrap, so as to reduce redundancies between the production teams for HBO Max originals and flagship HBO properties. Fans first began sounding the alarm this week when Warner Brothers announced that it was scrapping the film Batgirl. Despite filming already being complete, the movie is part of cost-cutting measures from Warner Brothers Discovery. They're pivoting its focus to theatrical releases. Scrapping releases and scrubbing originals from the service will help the company in the form of tax breaks, IndieWire reports. Fans of the service, which is considered by many to have the strongest library of any streamer, have been vocal with their opposition to the rumored moves. Tweets criticizing the corporate shakeup have collected tens of thousands of likes in recent days. David Zaslav. He's the guy who's now in charge. He's the CEO. It sounds like people are saying that he just wants to like redo everything, just like start fresh.
They just did, it feels.
Yeah, like I was upset when they were changing HBO Go to HBO Max.
Yeah.
And I got adjusted to that. And now I got to adjust to Discovery Plus. I don't want to make a Discovery Plus account, but I guess I'm going to have to if I want to watch all the shows that I watch. Right.
And also, just to clarify, too, like the shows that you watch that are HBO shows are still happening. Like that. Like that's,
Can't we just bring back HBO Go?
But I'm just saying, like HBO, like those shows will still happen. They'll probably be on whatever this merged streaming platform is. The cuts are coming from HBO Max, it seems. So this is like HBO Max is expected to lay off around 70% of their development staff. An insider says it, quote, sounds like they're not doing HBO Max scripted shows anymore with HBO taking over. That's why fans are upset because they said fates of shows like Hacks, Sex Lives of College Girls, they don't know. Like that's just, it's TBD. Like there's been no decision on things like that. I mean, it would be wild for like Sex Lives of College Girls, so popular. All my friends watched it. They loved it. Hacks, not like wins awards.
Is like Irma, Irma Vep? Have you seen that show? It's with Alicia Vikander. No. That's on HBO. I'm pretty sure that's an original HBO show. Not great.
Yeah, and HBO Max. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see what happens to all those shows and like how this merge happens with Discovery Plus. And I guess they just put all the HBO shows that you watch on HBO Max. It really could not have been more confusing. It was like you had to go to HBO Go to watch it, but then HBO Go and HBO Max existed together for a while. Yeah, then HBO Go just got completely phased out. Everyone had to go to HBO Max. Now you're telling me we got to watch all this shit somewhere else again?
Just give us cable again.
Jesus Christ.
Right. This is just getting all too confusing. Release Batgirl and just keep HBO Max.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Over
just
there.
Not putting out a movie like that crazy. Is so wild.
Wait, so they have so
sad. I guess they were also saying that like the cost of
like CGI
marketing and like all those things would just be too much.
But like, have they started the post-production like editing of it, or because I could see them saving a ton of money on like not doing effects and everything.
I don't know. I think the movie was over.
Done. If the movie's just like fully finished, why not just put it out and make money that way?
The film was expected to debut sometime this year. So it kind of feels like...
Because it's like you would make money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, their lawyers are smarter than me, so...
I don't know. The film with the $75 million budget that grew to $90 million due to COVID-related overages had finished shooting months ago and was in test screenings as directors worked through the post-production process. In other words, the movie was nearly finished and already building awareness among fans. Why would Warner Brothers Discovery throw all that away? According to It's apparently taxes.
This is like an Entourage. Remember Smoke Jumpers?
Yeah.
Where they
Taxes.
shut the down? It's got
I don't know. That's so wild. So Batgirl found itself on the bad end of that decision, apparently neither big enough to feel worthy of a major theatrical release nor small enough to make economic sense in an increasingly cutthroat streaming landscape. Spending the money to expand the scope of Batgirl for theaters, plus the 30 to 50 million needed to market it domestically and the tens of millions more needed for a global rollout, could have nearly doubled spending on the film, and the insiders say that was a non-starter at a company newly focused on belt-tightening and the bottom line. That's it, man. Batgirl, along with a some sort of Scooby sequel.
Scooby-Doo?
Scoob. I don't know if that's an animated or what that is. And several sources say it will almost certainly take a tax write-down on both films, seen internally as the most financially sound way to recoup the costs. So it's all for like I said before, it's all for tax purposes, I guess, on where. But
I don't understand taxes
I don't know.
at all.
I know.
Yeah.
Me either.
Like, what does that
Taxes
mean?
really screw everyone.
Yep.
Also,
They almost got Shakira.
Yeah.
this isn't tax related, but I just thought I would ask you now. If you ignore jury duty, what happens to you? Because I've been just throwing them out.
I figured I'd ask you now.
I figured I'd ask you now.
I don't think you should ignore jury duty.
You definitely shouldn't be ignoring jury duty.
I don't know what happens, but it feels like you shouldn't do that.
A simple Google search would probably.
I guess, yeah. I'm just like,
no, but they're always going to make it seem way worse on Google.
But what if they come to me and I'm like, what do you mean? I never got anything.
So you didn't check your mail.
Yeah, it's just like, or I just haven't gotten anything.
Skipping jury duty can result in civil or criminal penalties.
Yeah.
But they don't tell you what because they don't really mean
a
it.
fine.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It's like you could be fined.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay than show up to jury duty.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've gotten out of it before. And now
6 months of jail.
If they put me, I would try to put me in jail for throwing envelopes out.
You could be potentially fined, jailed, or held for contempt of court by the judge.
What would you guys do?
I went to jury duty when I got summoned, so.
No, I'm saying, like, would you fight for me if I was put in jail?
Yeah, I would be really fucking annoyed that it would be because you just threw out the jury duty notices when you could just go to jury duty or answer.
I guess. All right, never mind.
It's your civic duty.
Yeah.
Where would it be at home? Would you have to go like at home, or is it in New York State?
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
actually.
New York City.
It's the envelopes are like fill this out to send back, but I know that if I do that, then I'll get jury duty.
Oh,
it's not like you've
so
been
you
summoned.
haven't actually gotten a summons.
No, it's like fill out this form.
Oh no, you're good.
That's
whatever.
Yeah.
But like the last time it said like it looked pretty serious.
They always make it look
But
serious.
you have not actually gotten a jury duty summons.
In the past
That's
I have,
different.
and I've gotten out of it by saying I had work, and now I'm just ignoring.
Okay, those are different things.
No.
Okay, you're good. I think.
I think you're fine.
Anyways, moving on to Lady Gaga.
Let's do something. Yeah, let's.
If you're looking to get healthy food delivered straight to your door, look no further than Sakara. Sakara is a wellness company anchored in food as medicine on a mission to nourish your body through the power of plants. Sakara gives you the tools you need to transform your life with their organic, ready-to-eat meal delivery program and functional wellness essentials. These meals can help you boost your energy. They support your digestion. You can get your skin glowing. Everybody loves some glowing skin. And it's all delivered straight to your door, ready to eat. Right now, Sakara is offering our listeners 20% off their first order when they go to sakara.com/chicks or enter code chicks at checkout. Once again, that's Sakara, SAKARA.com/chicks to get 20% off your first order, sakara.com/chicks. It's official, Lady Gaga will be in Joker 2. There were rumblings about that a couple of months ago. People were excited. I think that this is great. I think that Lady Gaga's a great actress. I will watch anything Lady Gaga's in. Even though I hated House of Gucci, I still watched it. So I'll watch anything Lady Gaga's in, especially, a film like Joker always captivates everybody, I feel like, because it's always so talked about. It's interesting. I wasn't obsessed with the first one. I thought that Joaquin Phoenix, and I feel like I've said this many times, was better than the film itself. Like, I think he was really great, but the film itself was like, I think it accomplished what it wanted to. It was dark. It was sad. It was dreary. I left the theater feeling like ill after. Like I was like, oh, like I feel down in the dumps.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it was meant to be. So who knows about the second one, but I think Lady Gaga definitely adds an interesting element to it, and I'm excited.
Yeah, and it is going to be there is some sort of musical element to this. We know this because Lady Gaga posted a musical teaser on social, and it's like the teaser set to Cheek to Cheek, and it's like it's titled Joker. It's French. Folie à deux is the name of the movie, I think. I don't know any French, so I assume that's how you say that. And we still don't know. Oh, the phrase refers to a shared delusional disorder, and Joker's only real companion, other than Batman anyway, has been Harley Quinn. The teaser, however, does not outright confirm Gaga is playing Harley. It's gotta be Harley, though. I don't know Batman well enough, though. Like, I don't know the comics well enough to know if there's other potential people that she could be playing.
Yeah, I would assume it's
I
Harley
would assume
Quinn,
too, right?
But
I remember when people were saying it would have been cool if Joaquin Phoenix's Joker was paired with Robert Pattinson's Batman in some way, like as a crossover type thing.
That would be a good pairing.
Like
but also,
cool.
I feel like they did put that. They did put what's his face.
Yeah, no, he's not. You mean at the end of Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I forget his name, but it's a different actor who.
I know he's good. He's good though. Like I think he would be really good as a Joker also.
Yeah.
Which I think, he'll also continue to do it. It's just there's simultaneously like 8 different actors playing like the same superhero. Like
it never
always
makes any sense to me. It really doesn't. I guess there's different variations of each character and different takes on it. But
multiverse.
I'm always very confused. I'm like, they got this Batman.
I just saw a headline that said Christian Bale would be open to like if Christopher Nolan wanted to keep making ones with him.
I mean, he should. Like, he was a great Batman.
He was. Because like right now we have Harley. We all know Margot Robbie has played Harley Quinn a bunch in these last movies from DC, and Kaylee Cuoco voices Harley Quinn in an HBO Max animated series in its 3rd season. Don't hold your breath on that one. HBO Max series. And this movie will be out October 4th, 2024.
It's a long time. It's a long time from now.
So fucking long. Like hilariously long. I don't even know why.
Movie could come
like
out
it's like
that.
When they make these announcements, I understand because it's a sequel and everyone's so excited, but it's like this movie is 2+ years away from coming out.
Yeah.
That is
you got
so
us excited
long.
Just to
It's like
down.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you
they
have
still
these
gotta
crazy.
Film this thing.
I know. They don't have anything. We got nothing.
We don't even know what character she's playing.
We don't. But
Anyways.
we know Lady Gaga is going to be in it, and it's a smart choice, especially if you're going with a musical. We know that is her specialty.
Now 2 people out of 99 have believed in Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One of them, and it'll just keep on growing.
Very inspiring.
Does she sing in House of Gucci?
Not that I recall.
I know it's not a musical.
Really
I know it's
movie,
obviously not a musical, but I didn't know if she maybe had a moment.
She maybe had a couple notes. I don't really recall that though.
Yeah. Stick to the Star is Born formula. She'd probably have some great moments. I guess both of them. I don't know. The whole concept of this movie becoming a musical doesn't make any sense to me. But
musical, like you could throw in a couple songs, but like don't make the whole like every other scene.
I don't like
they're
it.
breaking out into song.
Yeah,
it would take me out of the story. Like if they just started singing,
right?
It's like Batman doesn't sing.
It might fit.
Yeah.
It might fit. Who knows?
All right.
Well, we have to wait 2 years to find out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter right now. I guess we'll find out later on.
Everlywell is digital healthcare designed for you, all at an affordable and transparent price. With over 30 at-home lab tests, you'll be able to choose the test that makes the most sense for you to get the answers you need, like the women's health test or food sensitivity test. I think that these things are great. These tests are great because You want to find out what's going on with your body. And sometimes you don't know what doctor to go to, or you have to go to multiple ones to get these results. Everlywell makes it so easy. The Everlywell Women's Health Test measures 11 biomarkers known to play a role in your overall health and wellness, and checks for any abnormal levels that may be keeping you from feeling your best. It's super easy to use. Everlywell ships products straight to you with everything needed in one package. To take your at-home lab test, you collect your sample and use the included prepaid shipping label to mail your test back to a certified lab. Your physician-reviewed results get sent to your phone or device in just days. And you can share the results with your primary care physician to help guide next steps. It makes it so simple. I've had it sent to my apartment. You take the test, you put it right into the box, away it goes, and you can get your results. And for listeners of the show, Everlywell is offering a special discount of 20% off an at-home lab test at everlywell.com/chicks. That's everlywell.com/chicks for 20% off your next at-home lab test. everlywell.com/chicks. All right, everyone, we are joined by two very special guests. We are joined by Ashley and Rayna from the very successful and popular podcast, Girls Gotta Eat. It's been quite some time since we've recorded with you guys, and they have their new company. In person.
Yeah, in person. New company, Vibes Only, vibrators. We're hearing blowjob gels, all that fun stuff. So welcome back to the show.
Thank you, guys. I was trying to remember the last time we, I'm Rayna, by the way.
I'm Ashley.
If you guys want to get the voices.
Honestly, very smart.
Very smart.
I don't think anyone has ever done that.
Someone did it on our show recently, and that's what made me think of it.
Yeah.
But I was
We
thinking
should
the
pick up
last
on
time
that
we were
too.
on your show, and it was 3 years ago in the summer of 2019. We told that story about how I met that guy on the dating app at our show.
Yeah.
Yes,
that was a long time ago, and that
was a long time ago. It was here. It was in
your
one of
other
the other
office?
studios.
Or your other studio?
No, it was in one of the studios down the hall.
Really?
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, this is our first time in here, and then we
Yes.
recorded with you guys, but we were virtual.
Yes, that was over Zoom.
Yeah.
So you guys have been on a trip of a lifetime.
Yeah, we went to Europe for 2.5 weeks.
Don't be shy about it.
It was,
we won't. What do you want to hear? You
Well,
want to hear about the guy I fucked in Greece? I'll talk about it.
I actually do. Because there's
I would love to share.
we have a friend here, Kelly Keegs, and I always tell her,
Yeah.
I'm like, go to Europe and find a guy in Europe. Not that I've ever done that, but I feel like it's something you would be interested in and would be great for you.
Yeah.
So what are
She
your
needs
guys'
her
thoughts on it?
sisterhood of the traveling pants
Like she
moment.
needs that.
Yes,
I'm like,
yeah.
you
Mamma
like the
mia.
guys
Yeah.
here are just not working for you. Like
Well,
you gotta
also,
get
you're
out there.
It's summertime. You're on
Yeah.
vacation.
Yeah.
The vibe is I'm going to meet people. The stakes are so low. You're never going to see them again. People look good. They're tan. They're
Yeah,
partying.
yeah.
It's prime
They got
time
their
to get
vacation
fucked.
outfits on.
Absolutely. The fits are perfect.
We recommend the people who work on the island, actually. I fucked our
Always.
driver.
Free drives.
Yeah, exactly. We had this hot driver, and it just
In Greece.
In Greece,
This is the guy, yeah.
in Mykonos.
Okay.
And we had we booked a driver to have for the duration of our stay. He was on call. He wasn't waiting outside all day long. He wasn't at our disposal. We would call him when we needed picked up, and he would either come or send someone else. So on this particular occasion, he was sending someone else, and the guy was late. And I was getting kind of pissed. We were on a schedule. I was he's 5 minutes late. Now he's 10 minutes late. Now he's 15 minutes late. I'm texting the other guy, where is this dude? And he was let me get him to call you. So he calls, and he was I'm looking for you. And I was I'm looking for you.
Yeah.
And then he hangs up on me. And I was I am pissed, but a little turned on.
Yeah, you're I'm into this.
And Ashley was being such a little bitch. So I was let me get this car and make nice with
He's
this
playing
guy.
hard to get.
Yeah.
So
Little
he
cat
just
and mouse.
pulls up really kind of aggressively in the vehicle itself, and I was this motherfucker. And I get in, I'm sitting in the back seat, just in a huff, I'm not saying anything, but my attitude is there.
Yeah.
And Rayna,
You could feel it in the van.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
in every seat in the van.
and then Rayna sat up in the middle and went closer to him, and then I caught a glimpse of him in the rear view. I'm God damn it. I could see his lips. I'm he's just so hot. I was I can't believe this. And so Rayna starts chatting with him, and then she soon realized that he was telling us how he did jiu-jitsu, and that his trainer Rayna realized was this bouncer she liked from one of the beach clubs.
So you were really vibing with this guy.
Not the driver. I was just gonna try to be nice because
Yeah.
but
he was hot.
very hot. I was
Yeah.
I like your bun, and he was don't talk to me. And I was we find out that I'm in love with this guy. That's this teacher of his, and then he just starts talking to Ashley.
He just honed in. I think my attitude was weirdly turning him on. He said, "What's your sign?" Which I'm also that's kind of annoying but also kind of hot too. Like,
Yeah,
why do
That's
you
such
care?
a strange
I
question
know,
from a guy.
I know, but he could pull it off.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, I'm a Cancer, and
Did
said,
he have a man bun?
he had a man bun. He was just so sexy, and he was like, I can tell because you're kind of bossy. And I was like, what? And then he was like, I like it. It turns me on. I was like, what is happening here? Like, you like this
and
attitude?
this was just like all in the car?
It's all in the car.
In front of me and another guy.
Yes, our guy
I'm just watching this go on.
He's honed in, and I was like, if this guy likes my bad attitude, like the sex we're gonna have tonight, you know, like this is crazy. And so he drops us off. He did warm me up. I came around. I was like, he's so hot, and he's flirting with me. So that's all I need in life, right? On vacation. And as soon as I got in the house, he was WhatsApping me, and I thought he was gonna be a little like naughty, but it was more romantic during the day. He was like, after I get off work tonight, I'm going to come over and bring a bottle of wine and massage you. I was like, what?
That's a little bit of both.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
so
oh my goodness.
That is what happened.
Did he massage you?
Well, I actually never got the massage, but we did.
I got the massage in other ways. Yeah,
we did.
Plus, you got the massage. Actually.
Yes, we did have sex. It was great. It was a great experience. I left the club, the bar that we were at, and like they stayed behind, so I could like have the house to myself. We would go out in the hot tub, and he really committed. Like when he pulled the bottle of wine and baby oil out of the van, I was like,
Baby
this
oil?
is like Johnson & Johnson, like cheapest bottle of wine I've ever seen. Like I jokingly called this the bodega booty call kit because it was like together these two items couldn't have been more than like $8. Like he showed up and
something he's done before.
Yeah.
Like he like
well, that's the thing. So
I'm like you know
You don't whip out a bottle of baby
I'm
oil.
picking
You
up
guys
on the
should
fact
look at
that
this
he
guy.
brings a bottle
Yes.
of wine and body oil, baby
Yes.
oil to like
That guy's fucking.
It's
Yes.
in his car at all times.
100%.
Yeah.
So we end up like, we go in the hot tub, one thing leads to another, and we have sex. It's great, whatever. And we're laying there in bed afterwards. I'm like pretending to care about his fucking jiu-jitsu tournament in Tampa in October. You know, I'm just like having pillow talk thinking of like, am I going to get that massage? And he was like, I probably should get going. I know your friends are going to be home soon. And then I'm like, well, you have to pick them up. You know, you're the driver. Which I don't think he loved. But anyway, he did end up leaving. And I don't know. Rayna made fun of me for this, but I knew it was just like a one night stand in my heart. But I kind of this thing of like, maybe I'll see him again, you know?
Yeah.
Then I soon realized that he took the baby oil with him. So I'm thinking he was going to use it for the next girl.
Oh yeah, he had somebody else that night that he was picking up.
That night. She was, I wasn't even thinking that
I'm
night.
sorry.
You're
I'm
probably
sorry.
right.
I didn't mean to put that into your head.
But Rayna the next day, she was like, how did it even come up?
You said so you were like, I wonder if he'll tell his boss about this. And I was like, the other driver at the company, I think he's going to tell his boss. I think every day they drive around, they fuck one of the people in the car.
Yeah.
I think that you were, Ashley's like, he's so obsessed to me. I was like, this is an exploding offer. He's 24 hours to fuck you.
They share stories when they get back.
Yeah.
Like the
They're
boss is doing
how
the
many
same
people-
thing.
Yeah, it's the company lube. They just keep it in the car, the baby oil.
Company
It's just,
lube.
I never thought of like Rayna goes, yeah, Ashley, the drivers are going to fuck the tourists. And I was like, what? Like, I never,
You were so innocent
like,
and so
I didn't
naive.
think of myself as like,
As a mark.
And you didn't think of yourself as a tourist.
Yeah.
like
You thought you were a local.
You know what's really funny, and I was thinking about this today, is so we were in Mykonos for like 5 or 6 days, and you have to have drivers. There's no like roads there. There's no Ubers. So we had a main driver. We had a bunch of other drivers throughout the week. That was the only time we saw him. He like swooped in, picked Ashley up, fucked her, and we never saw him again.
Maybe
on
he
purpose.
isn't even really a driver.
I know.
We don't know.
So, and then, like, maybe he's not a driver.
Maybe he's not even
Well, he's
really
not a driver. He's a jiu-jitsu artist.
/ tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Are you going to go see him in Tampa?
We did not.
I want to.
We did not speak again. But I've been like I've been telling this story on stage and joking that like how I would get back at him would be to like call him and be like, hey, you know, I just found out that I'm pregnant and you're the last person I'd slept with, and then be like, you're gonna need more baby oil, you know, like I'm keeping it because I live in America and that's what we have to do here. No, but and then I was joking, I would show up to the tournament and be like, you're gonna be a dad, like, with a sign.
Do you know what the tournament is? Like, do
I
you
can
know?
find out.
Yeah. Honestly,
I googled
probably.
it. I can't find it.
I feel like you know who could find it is our assistant, because she's 23, and I feel like people that age can like scour the internet, find anything. And I am in love with this guy's jujitsu teacher.
I think I could
he's
find
beautiful.
it. So you put me up to the
They
task.
would both be at the tournament,
Yes,
probably.
I think so too. In Tampa,
Did
they're
you have
training.
any stories like that? Did you have any fun times?
You know, I like came out really strong the first night. I was just like
Oh,
gunning
I thought you were
it.
gonna say Q1 of the year.
Oh, Q1 of the year, I also also really fucked a lot. And into Q2
You were
a little
tired.
bit.
Oh, but yeah, on this trip,
Q3's been slow.
But on this trip, you just were making out with someone every day randomly in different countries. Like, making
I'm
out
so
randomly,
down
though,
with
is
making
great.
out with
I
random
forgot I made
people.
out
in
that
different
night.
at
different
happy hour
countries.
in London, 6 p.m. I look over,
No, that's
Raina's
awesome.
tongue is down Raina's throat. I was like, it's 6 o'clock.
And then his friend asked to eat my butt, and then I took like 10 more steps, and then this other guy was like, I've been watching you. And then I forgot we went to Greece, and I made out with that guy in Greece.
Yeah.
But Q3 has been really slow for me.
Do you guys want relationships at all?
It's gonna be weird to say yes after these stories.
No, it's not weird, but
Yes. And I do. I'm very open to it. I really. This sounds so corny. I do want to be in love. Like, I do need something that works with my lifestyle, that has his own independent life, and that really they don't have to live here. I don't need a lot, but I do really want that. And it's funny because I have been reading a little too much love story fiction, and I need to pull back because it's like kind of fucking
it's the
with me.
summertime.
You know, that's the thing.
It's like beach reading.
Yeah.
What's the last
I saw that on
relationship?
Love Island last night. This girl was like, it's fucked me up.
Yeah.
You're the second person in 24 hours that said that to me.
I haven't had a serious relationship in like 5+ years, 6 years, where it was like, you know, saw a long-term future together for years, that kind of thing. I mean, I've dated a lot. I've had like, you know, those 3-month stints here and there, but not that like deep relationship.
Yeah.
So it feels to me like the next one would be the one. Let's hope. But
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
you? Do you want a relationship?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Ashley and I are probably in the same boat where we're just like, I think our lives are really good. We're really proud of our careers. We've got so many friends, really close to our families. Our lives are really full, but we're both in a place where I think we want a partner. We don't need a partner. I would love to be in love. I would love to have like somebody to take a walk with on Sunday mornings. And I was in a relationship all of last year, and he was great. He fit into my life really well. He got along with everybody. He just wasn't the one. He was like a perfectly nice person, but I'm also not going to waste my time on somebody that's just not going to be my forever person, because it feels like I'm wasting their time. It feels like what are we doing here?
Once that thought is in your brain, you can't get rid of it.
You
Like
cannot.
once the
you're
thought
like- then you feel
permeates, like
guilty. You're
I don't
like-
know if this guy's the guy, and you're like, but let me wait it out and see. And if you wait too long, like then it's really you're analyzing
it's
everything.
expired.
Yeah,
Like, you're like
It's
drinking
that's
spoiled
it.
milk.
Yeah,
I feel like that thought, you like can't unring the bell. I think you decide that, and it permeates into every experience with that person, and every experience with them either like qualifies or unqualified. Like that thought makes you look at every interaction with the person through that lens, and so it's like really difficult, and you start to get really pissed if you're me. So then
It like comes out in like resentment or like contempt, like, and I just think we always like know in our gut, like women especially, like someone who could be so perfect, and then you're like there's this weird voice. It's like that's not it. They're not the one. You gotta
or like very little things really, really annoy you about them. Like it could just be anything. You're just like, that's so like they anger you. Like I get that feeling, like that anger feeling.
Yeah, and even if you're the best communicator in the world, which I think I am a good communicator, and I think my friends know when I'm upset or happy or when I love what they're doing or hate what they're doing, but when the things you need to communicate are really negative and you can't take those words back ever, those are hard things to say. Like I remember we were breaking up and he was like, you say you're so open and honest and you don't fucking tell me anything. And I'm like, because the things I think about you, I can't take back.
Yeah.
You know?
It would be like really mean.
Yeah. Sometimes I think there's just dignity in saying to a person, I don't see this going anywhere in the future, and I don't think you're happy either, and you just walk away.
Yeah. Can you
know?
tell us those things publicly?
I wouldn't. He's just
evil.
a nice person, so I would never
Yeah.
say anything about him publicly. I mean, part of it was just where we want to live. I want to live here. He wants to live on the West Coast, so that was part of
that's
it.
not going to work.
It's just we weren't a match.
It's not. I mean, sometimes I think sometimes it's a little hard to date as like women who are really successful, to be quite honest. Like I don't want to say it's like so hard. I'm not complaining because I'm
sure
my
you guys
life is a dream.
have met guys you thought were really great, and then once they once they had to actually hear / be like a partner to you in your professional life, that they become like weird about it
and like emasculated.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's just kind of like.
It's like
I don't
you
know.
grow up a little, buddy.
When women in comedy, I mean, I loved Ali Wong's special so much because the whole beginning of it was how when men do comedy, their dating pool increases. Every woman sees the guy being funny with the mic in his hand is like, I want that guy. Like even if they're not hot, even if they're broke, like it doesn't matter. And with women, it's the exact opposite. You start being a woman in comedy, it's like the dating pool like gets smaller. And people were like, watch the special, and I couldn't believe the way it resonated.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy. And then she was talking about like being a really successful woman. It's like a small percentage of women who like make a certain amount, and especially in comedy. And like when you're sucking a guy's dick, you're like, you're so lucky. And then like the next night I was sucking this guy's dick in the hotel shower, and I'm like, it's going through my head. The special is going through my head. I'm like, this guy is so lucky.
Yeah, that is true. It is very true.
So anyway, that's why it's hard.
Yeah,
I didn't even need to watch that special to think like that.
People have asked us. I mean, it's the number one question that we get is like, do people not want to date you guys because of what you do for a living? And I think that's sort of like a loaded question. I mean, Ash, probably if you're a super private person, you're not going to want to date us, and we won't want to date you either.
Yeah.
Because you want someone who feels comfortable. Like, you're not going to share everything, but like you want them to feel comfortable. It would be kind of awkward.
Yeah, a little bit. I want somebody to like look at me on stage and be like, that's my fucking girl.
Yeah,
Look at her.
laughing at everything you do.
I want somebody to be like so proud. They look at what me and Ashley do and they're like, that is the coolest fucking thing. Not like, I cannot believe what is happening right now. You know?
Right,
Oh,
right.
yeah,
You don't want
yeah.
them to be embarrassed. Yeah.
Definitely.
And also I feel like their families almost need to welcome it as well.
Totally. Absolutely. 100%. I mean, I get stripped on. We have strippers. You get stripped on too now.
Oh my God. These
How often
these
do you
strippers
guys do
keep
shows
trying.
together and separate?
Well, we always used to say we were like on tour. We just kind of toured all the time. We would go out, come home, go out, come home. We're doing things a little bit differently. So we actually are not like having a Girls Gotta Eat live show. Well, we have one at the end of the year in a totally different country, very far away. But like US tour, we're going to start again in 2023. So we did a ton this year. The whole first half of the year was like nonstop touring.
Yeah.
And so we're just kind of doing it how other artists do it. You know, you like jam it all in and then you take a break. And so that's what we're doing. And then I have my stand-up tour.
Yeah.
So I do stand up separately, and Rayna is very supportive. And sometimes people are like, they're breaking up. Ashley's on her own. It's like, I've been doing this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't feel like a competition with it. I want Ashley to shine and have her own. I mean, so much of our live shows is also from her brain. So I'm not going to be like, I created this and I can't believe you spun this thing off. And you know what I mean? So much live shows are her. But yeah, we've never not been on tour for 4 full years. And we just actually capped it off with JFL, Just for Laughs, biggest comedy festival in the world, 40th anniversary. We had a great show, and now we're just gonna take a little time, like a little bit of time off,
right?
And then we'll start a giant tour and announce all these cities. And we also have a whole second business that we're running, so we have tons of vibrator stuff and app stuff to do in the meantime.
So I want to know like where the idea started, because it seems like a no-brainer for you guys. Like, I want you to take us through like all the development stages of creating this business, because I feel like
It's probably been going. You guys been thinking about it for years,
right? And I think it's a lot of
It's been a lot of work.
Yeah.
just like. I mean, it's a dream of mine to create a business someday. I just don't know what it would be, but like,
You have time.
yeah, there's, but I got to start thinking of ideas now. You know what I mean? So take us through all of that.
I mean, sex toys is a natural fit, obviously, and Rain and I both our whole career trajectory has always been like, what's next? How do you pivot? How do you capitalize on like an audience that you built or your influence or whatever? And so it was always something. We weren't sure what it was. It was like, is it a beverage? No, too many. You know, like
Way too many
no
beverages
shade,
on the
but
market.
just,
Yeah, no,
and
I've
just
understood.
which is because that's on brand too. It's like we love to drink
Yeah,
and party.
Yeah.
And so we were just like, what's it going to be? And sex toy. I mean, we talked about it, and finally I was like, Raina, let's do this. Like, let's do this year once we had our studio. And so I kind of took the lead on like finding how to do it. You know, like we were not just we didn't want to license or work with some other company. We wanted to create this ourselves.
Yeah.
And we did that, and then we came up with the idea to have an app component, because sex toys are, you know, you might buy one and done, or, you know, we were like, how can we engage people even more? Obviously, we love erotic content and dirty talk. I don't know if you guys really know this, but the app, all the vibrators are Bluetooth connected, and they connect to our app. And within the app is erotic audio content. So like audio porn, if you want to call it, stories, and it's all in second.
Really good idea.
And so the vibrators like pulse along with the story.
Yeah.
So we've kind of like DJ'd them to be like, you know, if it's ramping up, it starts a little slow, then it gets more intense, and then kind of when the climax happens, it gets like really intense. There's a story where you're like riding a horse that kind of like takes you on a ride. So that's I'll let Raina jump in, but I mean, it's just it all makes sense.
I think that this is just really great for you guys, because I think that like buying vibrators, buying sex toys is kind of like taboo. Like, people don't know how to do it. Like, they'll order from Amazon, or like you walking into a shop, somebody may be embarrassed by that. But because people feel like they are like friends with you guys and they listen to you guys every day, that they feel way more comfortable. They're like, oh, I'm just supporting like my favorite people
and
I follow.
And they're named after both of you. Like it's just like,
and
we're just bringing my
like,
friend
oh,
Rayna
I'm
along with
just supporting
me.
Rayna and Ashley, and like they're like my friends. So I feel like that's
I just
why
supported a female-run business. And we have the vibrators, but we have the lube and the blow gel too, which I feel like Rayna's kind of been our blow gel expert. She's
Yeah,
always tasted all the
I have
flavors.
more questions about the app. So who is writing the content?
So Ashley and I have touched every part of this business, like end to end. We designed the products, the packaging. Of course, we have help, but the products, the packaging, the names, what goes into even the instruction manuals, the build of the app, all of the content in it. So there's two parts. There's two parts of the app. There's the erotic audio stories, and then there's videos. And so erotic audio stories is somebody talking to you through this like erotic experience. And we have writers and editors, of course, but like Ashley really produces a lot of that content. And then we have a huge library of videos that is just sex, dating, relationship content.
Not pornographic.
Just like
funny.
But also Ashley has a great one in there about like how to sext better, and I have one in there about how to like suck dick better. And I produced all of them, and so we have produced all of it. We have worked on the packaging end to end. We do the social. We do everything. We have a great team also. But and then the blowjob gels. We've tried all of them. We picked mango right now, and we have a vanilla frosting coming out.
vanilla frosting is
But to like answer your question, I mean, it's a whole production in terms of like we come up with a concept, we have to get it written, then I edit it. It needs to have like my final edit on it. Then we have to find a voiceover person. Then there's post production. I mean, it's really like. It's a lot. It's it's really like I'm really happy and proud, but talking about it here today, I'm like I feel like I'm talking about like my child that's been bad lately. Like it's really draining.
I was going to ask this may be like a personal question, but do you think that the reward has been there since creating it?
I mean, this has come out to be such a huge success from day one. The vibrators went crazy. The Rayna sold out immediately. The Ashley and the Gigi, all three of the vibrators.
She said the Rayna sold out
Rayna's more popular. We're going to tell you.
Well, it's the most unique toy that we sell.
It's the best one.
Actually, as of Monday,
Ashley's
the
more
8th,
classic, but
she'll suck your clit, Rayna. She'll suck your clit. Basically, that's what it does. It's air pulse suction. I don't know when this comes out, but on August 8th, they have been airlifted. They've landed in California and they're ready to ship. So we are releasing thousands of Raynas onto the general public. But it was a huge success right away. But I mean, you have to work on this every day. It's a tech company. It's a consumer goods company. We are constantly finding ways to like make it better. And we're running a second company. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
I'm tired all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a great idea. I feel like you guys, when it totally explodes, like you need like an Audible collaboration, like a collaboration with Audible, where like
or the Calm app.
That's
we need
we want of course
Because
like
it makes me
we want
think
like
of
Regé-Jean Page to like read a
Well,
story.
it makes me think
I
of
know
the
you guys don't care
TikTok.
about me, but like if you want me to do like an ASMR reading, like I would love
Actually,
to do it.
it's all I care about.
No, like
do you do ASMR?
I love watching ASMR, and I've never been given the right opportunity to.
Let's do it. We should do a chicks collab.
I would.
love
I
that.
have never been given the right opportunity to express my skill that I think I have. So like,
This is
I
the
would
time.
love to do an ASMR erotica story.
Yeah,
I have a
would
question
love it.
about this. What
love
kind of
that.
ASMR do you like to watch?
It's not what you think.
It's yes, it is. It's probably like makeup tutorials.
No. No, I watch. Okay, first of all, W Magazine has really great celebrity interviews, ASMR style. So like Aubrey Plaza.
Really? Oh, which I
Aubrey
love
Plaza
Aubrey
did
Plaza.
one,
Oh my God.
and it's awesome. Like she like takes you through like her entire career while talking ASMR and like playing with like things that represent things in her career. This will shock you. Cardi B has the best ASMR video that has ever been made on W Magazine because she said that she watches ASMR every night. She's very loud in this video. It's unbelievable. I almost want to play a little bit for you,
Yeah,
just
let's do
like
it.
so you
play
can see
it?
what I'm talking
we can
about.
play you a snippet of one of the stories from the app.
I would love that.
Just
I am.
Yeah.
It's like look, my second thing, W Magazine ASMR. So like I'll watch a lot of those just because like obviously I'm into the celebrity aspect, and then also I'm like falling asleep. Let's see. Cardi B. Yeah, it's.
Have you guys seen the TikTok? You're making me think of like. Have you seen the TikTok of like the girl that has the book and she's being like, a superpower that women don't even know that we have is we can just be reading porn
on the subway
anywhere,
Yes.
planes, trains, at home, on the beach, around family, like at all times.
I love that you brought that up. I thought of the app
Because that's what made me think
she
of
was like holding that
having,
book.
like,
She was like,
yeah.
you don't know what this book is.
Yeah,
You don't know what
yep,
this book
yep,
is. It's
yep.
so
Okay.
funny.
Yep.
Wait, I'm gonna play. Okay, I'll play the beginning, but then I want to show you when like she like.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna fast forward.
I'm obsessed with that sound.
It's so funny because I actually hate ASMR.
I love it.
And I'm going to talk a little bit about myself.
See, it's like. But do you guys get the ASMR?
Yes.
feeling?
I feel it in my vagina.
Yeah,
I don't feel it in my head.
I feel it in my head, and also my ears are very like if you like touch my ear, or whatever. Like I like that, so I think that's why I like ASMR, but not in a sexual way. Like I like this to fall asleep, but in ear in a
Do
sexual
you
way.
feel it? Like I feel it in my stomach, like in my vagina.
A little bit in my gut like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, am I turned on? I can't tell.
No, see, I get it in my. I get like tingles in my head.
Yeah.
and then I'm just like casually like so relaxed, and then I fall asleep. But then like
just makes me
obviously
uncomfortable.
there are ASMR like porn that also.
Yeah.
I love
You
it.
know.
I love that because you don't hear that side of her. I mean, she's
So
like-
quiet,
yeah.
like the whole video. It's like 40 minutes long. She's so quiet and like you're
wait
so
to go home.
captivated.
Do you think she just had to go outside and scream afterwards? Like, that was probably so hard.
She
for
said she
her.
watches it every night, and she was like, "My husband thinks I'm so weird because I watch this every night." And I'm like, "You watch this every night?"
That is
Yeah.
so crazy. But also, like, in terms of, like, listening to or reading porn, like, I always thought I was so weird growing up because I would masturbate. I would read porn and I would want to, like, listen to porn, but visually did not love watching porn because if I saw something like a veiny dick, it, like, took me out of it so much.
And you're like, "Oh, why am I even watching?"
You like the romance of the
Yes.
reading.
I
the
did.
reading
The
it.
reading
Because they could look any way I wanted them
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Literotica.com. That's what I loved growing up.
The thing that is turning me on the most is editing these stories and like when I'm writing them. So some I've like completely rewritten and I've written like a few from scratch, but like get so turned on. It's weird. It's like you're putting your fantasies on paper. You're kind of like sexting in a weird way. It's like to have it come from you and write it down. I'm like, I have to go masturbate. This is insane. Like almost more so than listening, almost more so than the whole experience is like the writing of it. So
You guys want to hear something weird? It's not weird. It's kind of funny. But like how I really discovered porn, or that it's when I was younger. Obviously, I accidentally logged on. That was in like 6th grade. But like actually was on Twitter. Do you remember like the sexual gifs Twitter? Like that was like a thing.
You know about this?
No.
There was a Twitter that was like very well, and it was like sexual gifts, and I was like, I am extremely turned on scrolling.
GIF? Like
and it was
GIFs
just
or
gifs, gifs, like GIF,
Like
GIF.
just porn gifts.
yeah, it was just porn gifts, but like,
so, like,
barely.
like, 2
but like it was like
seconds.
2 seconds. So, like,
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah.
like fully see it, and I was like, I want more. Like
Yeah.
I remember being in like 9th or 10th grade and being like, what is this account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should put that on our Twitter. That should be our Twitter. You want to play? You should play something from the app.
Oh, should I play the BDSM guy?
Yeah.
Okay. This voice, he's
Well, show them the app also, you guys. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
It's beautiful. It's very like
Yeah.
sexy.
We'll send you guys logins. And then
Yeah,
you
we'll
can
send
at
make
that
it.
guy.
comments. Yeah, that's the guy.
I want, please, I really want to, like, this is not a joke. I really want to record a story on there.
We're not joking either. I'm obsessed with ASMR porn.
So when you connect, it'll say like connect.
You all day.
Oh, okay, here we go. Let's just get it like.
I almost ran to the bathroom at the office when you
Oh, he has an accent.
always make sure you're on board with it.
This is like the Killian Murphy
I'll pull your
ASMR on the
panties
comment.
off
Oh, here we go.
if you stay still and just take it. Good girl.
Oh my goodness
God.
Being
gracious.
obedient. Even when I start to rub
Noah's
your
like,
clit.
I'm gonna.
Noah's giving me like
good part.
Noah's giving me like the 5 minutes, guys. Wrap it up.
We'll get you a login too.
So
Don't worry.
this guy, like, I get so excited to like, and we have someone who works for us. Her name is Ashley also, and we call her the director of everything. But she is kind of like manages all the talent and the content. And
Yeah.
so she'll tag me in our workflow, and it's like, go listen to this new audition. I get so excited, and that was one where I was like, we need a 4-part series at the minimum for him. And then sometimes they're so funny. Like one was like full fat bastard. Like it was insane.
You guys don't understand how crazy this was.
We were like looking for a Scottish accent, and which actually we've discovered is not sexy. So we're gonna pull back on that.
well,
We couldn't find the right one.
Outlander.
It's the inflection. It's not the voice. It's
Yeah.
the like, don't you know, kind of
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Okay.
You want me to
Yes.
eat your pussy?
I'm like, you're saying like Austin Powers. Do you guys know?
It
Okay,
came
well
off
maybe
Fat
you
Bastard.
just need Sam Hewen
The
then,
first
like,
time-
because Jamie Fraser is
the
his
accent's
accent
good.
is
It's when it goes
yeah.
up in that like.
I just feel so open talking to you guys. The first time I ever masturbated was after Austin Powers. I have no idea why.
Elizabeth Hurley?
No, it's such a strange.
Grant.
I've never uttered these words out loud on this show.
but I think I might have
Can
talked
you start?
about it on.
Were you in the
because
theater?
we
We
got
need the
high.
whole story.
I'm telling you, like I don't.
Beyonce?
No. It was not a person. It was okay. I have to like find out exactly where this stems from, but I know it happened at a very young age. No.
Bastard.
So, and I know it was Austin Powers, and I think it was like, this is really weird, but like somebody must have been like humping something in
Like
the
a pillow?
movie.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Like they must have just been making. I know that I talked about this on the other podcast I used to do, but I can't remember specifically why or how this happened. But I do know that it was like after Austin Powers. I figured it out. Like I think that somebody was making some sort of like,
Well, it's like
humping.
sexy. There's like
humping motion,
sexually,
and
yeah.
I was like laying down, and I was like, oh
Were you watching this movie at home?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I
Well,
was
I mean,
really young.
You were young. I was like,
I
I, saw
didn't
the
know
theater
if
and
you
I
were.
was
I
young.
didn't
No,
know if
no,
you were.
I
If you saw it in the movie
I
theater
was
and then had to go home.
extremely young.
That's how you
when
discovered porn, masturbating, though. Austin Powers.
Austin Powers, and I cannot tell you exactly the scene or what it was, but I know that there was must have been some sort of humping motion that I was like,
I think you'll
And then I
watch it
figured
and
it
you'll
out.
have a memory unlocked. And
yes, and it
Yeah,
will freak
yeah.
me out. But I do know for some reason that like I've been embarrassed to talk about Austin Powers like because of those reasons.
But Austin Powers is like, there is a lot of sex. Like, it's
yeah, like
sexually
it's
charged.
like you
Yeah,
shouldn't
it
be
is.
like watching it as like
horny baby.
Yeah.
That's like the whole thing.
yes. So there must have been
yes.
like
Maria was like, you do, actually.
Yes.
yeah. And I will figure out. For some reason I'm trying to type in Austin Powers on my thing, and it will not let me. Like it's almost like my phone knows that I see
That
it
is
as
so
like
funny.
Austin Powers. Don't know, and I was very
Sexual.
young. Like I must have been in like kindergarten or first grade.
Oh, like really young, which is also very normal. I just was such a late bloomer.
Yes, it is really normal,
Like,
and
when
I
you
thought
realize you feel something.
Yeah, and I thought it was like really weird until I think this past year when I saw a lot of TikToks of people being like, oh, when I discovered, like, when I was in, like, kindergarten or first grade, that, like, if I rubbed a certain way, like, I felt something, and I, like, thought I was so weird for so long. Like, this started in, like, kindergarten or first grade.
What age do you remember feeling like other people talked to you about this? You were like, this is not weird. Not boys, girls. Because boys,
22.
Yeah, like...
I think I was around 22.
Yeah,
or
like
23.
up, like probably when I started working here, like I was like 19 or whatever. But I will say
College,
this:
maybe?
this is also extremely embarrassing.
Let's do it.
I'm really exposing myself right now, like so.
Fran, are you thinking of your stories? You're
next.
I quite literally have
stories.
no
How did you
stories.
masturbate when
I
you were
have
5?
no stories. Yeah.
I have. This is so uncomfortable, but like I said, I'm pretty sure I've told this story before on another podcast. So whatever. One day, like I was doing that. I was doing that on my carpet floor of my bedroom, and I was young. Like I must have been in like second, third, fourth grade, like really young. And I remember like my parents walked in the room, and they were like I was like face down on the floor, like,
face down, ass
and
up.
I was like so embarrassed that I told my parents I was doing push-ups, and they obviously must have known something was weird, that they were like, oh yeah, like I know, and they would talk to their friends, and I overheard this. They're like, oh yeah, our daughter comes home from school and does push-ups. Like,
You're like, she's such an athlete.
But I guess that's better than them being like, our daughter comes home and humps the floor.
yeah, but I feel like they must have known whatever. And then I remember we were in the Bahamas.
What age are we?
I'm sad. It must have been like
7, 8?
yeah, like must have
Okay.
been like around there. And then I was like, okay, clearly like the reaction was whatever. And then we were in the Bahamas. Okay, this was when I was 7, so it must have been around that age.
Yeah.
We're in the Bahamas, and we were all sharing a room. It was me, my parents, my brother, and sister. And my sister started like just like masturbating on the bed of.
Wait, how old was she?
She was just like a little, like
But
she's
you
6
in
years
the
older than
room?
mine. Like everyone in the room.
She's 6 years
She
old.
was everyone in the room. Like everyone was in the room, and she was on the bed, like doing like what I was doing, and she was like, she didn't know. She also didn't know because she was the oldest at the time. Nobody taught her anything, so she was doing that, and my parents were like, "Stop doing that, Nicole." And she was like, "What, Maria?"
Oh my god.
This is so funny.
But like kind of like humping a little bit? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, like kids do totally do that.
This is my nightmare about being a parent. This is honestly, this would prevent me from having kids. I can't.
Sweat. And
Thank
honestly,
you for sharing your truth.
My sister and I have never discussed this, and I don't even think I'm going to tell her that I've told this story because this is something that has never been discussed in my family after that point. Like,
I would never discuss it either.
I couldn't see your parents being comfortable having that open conversation.
I mean, now they would. Like, my parents have told me that they made a sex tape, but like...
I'm saying when you were at that
Can we
age.
back up to that?
Yeah, when you were at that age.
Can we talk about your parents' sex tape?
Yeah, they made it. They told me that recently because remember Pam and Tommy came out on Hulu? Yeah. And we were just like, I was watching the show with them, weirdly enough. And then afterwards, they were joking around like to each other, like under their breath. And I was like, are you guys just going to say it? And they said that they made a sex tape and immediately destroyed it after.
It's like the plot of that movie. That was so bad.
Yeah, I love that you shared that, and people are listening right now and being like, "Me too." Like,
yeah,
truly,
no, that's what I think. Like, I feel really like I actually don't feel that uncomfortable. Honestly, I'm kind of an open book, but I do know that there are people listening to this right now that have done the same.
Of
course they have.
I mean, I'm trying to think. There was a comedian, and I can't.
So a lot of people have parents who just never like
talked about
parents
this.
are
humping the couch.
Yeah, parents our age like did not talk to their kids about this
masturbation.
No,
definitely
like
not.
never,
Definitely
not
not
once.
But I'm also like they definitely
like I
must have talked to my brother.
That's even what I was gonna say. I was like, I don't even know like if my dad talked to like my brother. Like I don't even. I don't
ask
know.
my brother. It's
I'm
weird, but I
curious
want to
now
know.
too.
You're
or
gonna
if it
ask
was
your
just
brother
like
if your dad
brushed under the rug.
Can I be there for that?
I kind of want to ask because I
just talked about this with my
wanna
mom recently, but more just like blatant, just like having a conversation about sex. Like my mom was talking about how she remembers trying to talk to me about sex in like 4th or 5th grade, and I was like, Mom, don't even talk to me about it. I already know. I knew nothing. And I was like, I already know. Don't even try. Like I was like, I already know what you're gonna say. Like, don't even, just because I so didn't want to talk to her about it. So it was like, I already know. And she was like, okay. And then we literally never talked.
I learned from internet chat rooms when I was like probably 11 or 12. I remember somebody said to me like, "Are you wet?" I know.
I said, "Are you wet?" At like 12.
I was like, "From what? Where? What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
No, I discovered masturbating really young too. I thought it was this insane trick nobody else knew about. This is wild. And then as I got older,
you have like a superpower.
I thought it was and then as I got older, I thought it was weird the way I masturbated because I would always just rub my clit. But like the term is fingering, so I thought like, why doesn't it feel good when I'm just ramming my fingers up my pussy? This doesn't feel good. And then I knew guys masturbated. I did not learn that all of my friends masturbated until my 20s, at least.
Well, I don't even know if my friends, I started late, like, and I had sex, but also a little later, like starting when I was like 17 or 18. But then masturbating, I don't even think till I was out of college. Like, I went to school in the South, like, no one was talking about it, and it wasn't in like a shameful way. I just didn't really know. And so I love hearing people's stories because there's people who started masturbating as literal children, like you two, and then like
it feels illegal. Like doesn't that feel like wrong?
Yeah. You're just like, I can't believe I know this trick. Do other people know this?
Are you a really sexual person?
I would say I'm a sexual person.
I feel like there's a correlation.
Yeah,
I'm a really sexual person. I mean, I always say I had boobs really young, and so I was over-sexualized really young, and so that probably like played into it. I double D boobs as like an 11-year-old, so it like
people are like, "Are you?"
People are like, "You ready?" I'm like, "For what?" They're like, "My dick."
Yeah.
I mean, I remember we had a girl get pregnant in 8th grade when I was in 7th grade, and I just couldn't wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
Like, and I just remember still being in like 7th grade. I was 12 and like heard the term eating out, and it made me feel like sick. Like what is this thing that I don't understand? I don't know about. Like I kind of knew what a blowjob was. I kind of knew about sex. This girl's pregnant in the school. Like then I just remember hearing like he ate her out, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, and I was just crazy. And like I remember the first time a guy ate me out, I was like, it's happening.
Like, I was gonna ask you this. How old were you the first time somebody ate your pussy?
I was later on that too. I was like 17. I'd been fingered and stuff, but I'd have my first kiss a little late. Like everything was just, I was a little more stunted.
Everything past a kiss.
College.
Oh.
The first time somebody went down on you?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I think it was after prom my senior year.
That
I
night?
don't remember if
That
my high
night.
school
I'm
boyfriend.
pretty sure.
ever
I'm
did.
pretty sure it was 15.
And if I don't remember, then probably
15
no.
when you
I was
got your pussy
15.
licked?
Yeah, and because I had a boyfriend in high school, and everything past kissing happened for me at 15. I got my first kiss in like 6th or 7th grade, but so in 9th grade, I remember I was like had a boyfriend. It wasn't like a real boyfriend. And I wouldn't do anything with him. Like I would just make out with him. And he made a joke to something. It wasn't a joke. He said to somebody like, oh, she wouldn't touch my dick with a 10-foot pole. And then the next year I got a new boyfriend and we did everything.
Yeah. I mean, my friends in high school, like really, a lot of them lost their virginity at 15.
Yeah, that's
like,
when I did. And it feels
14.
so like, I'm like, oh my God, that's so young.
Looking
like
back,
I totally
yeah.
could have gotten pregnant. I had no idea what I was doing. Like that's so crazy.
Were you on birth control?
Yeah, I was on birth control because I have endometriosis. So I started birth control like when I was like 14 or 15.
I think I was like 16. I lost virginity at 16.
I was 17.
I think that I did not have somebody go down on me until I was like 17. I think that maybe the guy I lost my virginity to probably might have gone down on me like once, and then he was like, "We should have sex."
I mean, I know
like,
I know it was after senior prom. It's like memory is unlocked.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it was May 5th.
You know,
I'm not going to tell you the year.
Yeah.
And I just remember being there. We were in my parents' farmhouse. We had the after party, and they weren't there.
at your parents' farm.
They weren't home, but we had a farmhouse that
yes.
like they would let me have parties in and stuff. And at that point, like even back in the day, we were like adults. I feel like we did whatever we wanted. Back in those days, it was just whatever. But I just remember being like, "What is happening? Like this is crazy." And you're like, really, you're so young. You're really wet. Like I remember being like, I'm so embarrassed. Like I'm like, what is this puddle?
did you get off?
No. I didn't. I actually
He just was spitting all over you.
I had my first orgasm ever with a partner with my next person that I had a like relationship with at like 19 and him going down on me, and he was so proud. And when he figured it out, I was like, oh, that's never happened before. And he knew my ex from high school and he was like, that guy never turned you out like that. I'm like, please don't say turned you out. And I remember like being like, this is incredible. He was incredible. And we went to a party afterwards. We were at the beach when I was living at the beach, and he like brought it up. He was like, are your legs still shaky? And I was like, oh my God. But also I was like, I'm so cool. Like I had an orgasm.
I don't think I knew like that I was allowed to have orgasms during sex. Like I think that like I just thought like men have orgasms during sex. Men get off during sex. Like I don't know that I like thought that sexual experiences ended when I had an orgasm.
Yeah, definitely not in high school.
Definitely not in high school.
In college, if I had an orgasm during sex,
know.
I don't know if it was probably by accident. It wasn't because like I was like, let me do this. I know how to hit the right angles in my own body. I was in my 20s.
But guys at that point have had all these orgasms on their own, so they know what it's like to come and climax. Because
and me and Rayna too.
But you guys too. But I didn't. So like my first orgasm was like when this guy went down on me when I was 19. I mean, truly. So it's kind of like I almost wonder if guys just know what it's like more because they've been like, I've been jerking off.
I knew what it was like.
Definitely.
It's a different sensation when you have sex. Like you gotta hit the right angles, and I didn't even know like that was supposed to happen necessarily. Like guys had orgasms during sex.
Yeah. Well, no,
feel like
it's
I've
just a very
exposed a lot of
it's just
myself.
like an extremely abrupt way to end this podcast. But Noah's been telling us to wrap it up
never
for the
gonna give
last
us a
15
story.
minutes.
How old were you when you had your first orgasm?
College, 19, 20
feel like-
probably.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. You guys were the same. We're the same.
Yeah.
You guys were like 7.
Yeah. 7 years
Right
old.
after the premiere of Austin Powers.
Oh man.
Sorry, we're
only because you guys have to do another show, and someone's getting antsy, and they're getting mad at us. So we have to wrap it up. Vibes only. Can people go online, order them? What's the process here for people to buy?
Ashley will tell you
this
everything.
experience.
Everything's at vibesonly.com. You can shop and you can get on the app.
Easy URL.
Yes, we got it. We nailed it. We got all the handles. We really killed it. We got Instagram,
We
Twitter,
emailed
TikTok.
Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, we got
Twitter.
the girl that got our Twitter handle. She has a vibrator on the way as a thank you. But yeah, vibesonly.com, and then you can download the app. It's called Vibes Only on the App Store. Android is coming soon. It's been a long journey. We're working on it. A lot of people have Androids. We didn't realize. And Girls Gotta Eat podcast, girlsgottaeatpodcast.com, Girls Gotta Eat podcast on Instagram. I am Ash Hess. I also have stand up. You want to check that out? AshHess.com, and Rayna is Rayna.Greenberg.
I have no stand up, but
Sexy pics. Rayna's,
I feel like
She has great Instagram stories.
Yes,
Great
I feel
thirst
like
trap.
if you're in New York, I feel like Ashley's always.
I'm always at the stand.
Doing
Yes. If you're in New York,
stand-up.
I'm always at the stand.
Yeah.
So.
You can
Love
go
it.
check it out. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys. It's been fun. Come back sooner next time.
Come back sooner.
All right, everyone, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. We hope you have an amazing weekend, and we will be back on Monday. We love you guys. See ya.